Help me welcome to the cage, Andre Johnson.
So here comes Andre Johnson. Johnson lost to Zane Burton, who we just saw pick up a victory a moment ago. That's the one loss on the ledger of Andre Johnson, who is from the Train to Go camp in Poughkeepsie, New York. The longest distance traveled for any of the fighters on our card here tonight. Now, prior to that loss to Zane Burton, that was in 45 seconds of the second round back in August, Johnson won his amateur debut. That was at SHP 50, unanimous decision victory over Kelvin Britford. The thing is, that was 3 years ago in July, more than 3 years ago, July of 2018 for Andre Johnson, the 28-year-old, 6 feet tall, and worked with TK Rodtavius, and doesn't list a whole lot of other guys in terms of the camp. So wonder if that's a little bit more of a limited work or in a closed group that he's working with. But Johnson looks put together coming in for this middleweight bout for the middleweight championship that will be the first ever in Aries Fight Series history. Back to Jeff.
Now, help me welcome to the cage, Torrez Finney.
Now we can go on and on Torrez. Torrez joined us in the pre-card.
It'll be a short walk. Let's see. Is he gonna run? Is he gonna run? Let's see.
Yep. Jumps up on the cage with that Valor Fighting Championship belt. And now looking to add to it as he is competing. And here he comes.
There it is.
Yep. And he is some kind of athlete, former football player, just 23 years old. Worked in that Chattanooga Gogi Combatives camp. There's so many guys in that camp that we've talked about all night long. He's a blue belt, 2-time state wrestling champion, finished 9th nationally coming out of high school, and won the light heavyweight title for Valor Fighting Championship, and now looking to add the middleweight title in Aries Fight Series here at Aries Fight Series 1. Look at the tail of the tape. Finney 5 years younger than Andre Johnson. The height advantage considerable in the favor of Andre Johnson. That's 7 inches the difference. This is a 185-pound middleweight bout, and both guys within the limit. The record obviously in the favor of Finney. And obviously people are going to point to that 7-inch difference, but having called a bunch of Torrez Finney's fights, he's fought taller guys before. I mean, it looks like, oh man, how's he going to overcome that? How's he overcome that? He seems to always overcome that.
He does a really good job of covering that distance and quick.
All right, back to Jeff.
Ladies and gentlemen, your next bout of the evening is sponsored by SpectationSports.com. SpectationSports.com for all our Pro-Am shows here at Aries Fight Series. This next bout is in the middleweight division, and it is for the first ever inaugural Aries Fight Series Middleweight Championship. It's scheduled for 5 3-minute rounds. Your first fighter, fighting out of the Allure Properties blue corner. He weighed in at 186.2 pounds. He has a record of 1 win with 1 loss. He's representing Train to Go out of Poughkeepsie, New York. This is Andre Johnson. And his opponent, fighting out of the Knoxville Mortgage Brokers red corner. He weighed in at 185.2 pounds. He has an amateur record of 4 wins with no losses. He's representing a Gogi Combatives right here in Chattanooga, Tennessee. This is the Punisher, Torrez Finney. Gentlemen, let's meet in the middle and make this official.
Okay, guys, we went over the rules earlier. I want a good, clean fight. Protect yourselves at all times. If you're going to touch gloves, do so now. Back to your corners, ready to fight.
The glove touch.
That beautiful
Jordan,
middleweight
get
championship from Aries
loud.
Fight Series is on the line. That was held up by our beautiful ring girl, Bonnie. Andre Johnson from...
I think we lost.
Yep.
Oh.
Okay, Andre Johnson in the black trunks, blue glove tape. Torrez Finney in the black trunks, red glove tape. And we are underway. 5 3-minute rounds at 185. We're live on Spectation Sports here in Chattanooga.
Oh, big slam by Torrez Finney. He timed those kicks. Looked like he was just waiting to go. Andre Johnson was attempting to keep his range, as he should, but Torrez picked his moment and struck.
Boy, you saw that intimidation stare and pose with that physique at his opponent. See it every time.
Now he's taking the back,
Oh,
doing very
man.
well, rolling over.
Johnson.
He's in good position right here.
Jimmy Neely, our referee. First.
Andre Johnson still getting at him. He's got to watch that in arm, though. He got himself into a head and arm by doing this. And he's not moving.
He might be out. He might be out. Jimmy Neely checking. Is
He's
he out?
breathing.
Yeah, the legs
His
have straightened
stomach's
out.
moving.
I think he's out. He's out. It's over. It is
he's
over.
out.
Oh, my goodness.
He's out.
Wow. Oh, man. I thought he was out, and they need that medical team in there. Mark Law is going in and check on him. It
He'll
is
be
over.
all right. It's just a nap.
Yep. And, wow, he is coming to.
Yeah, they just got to elevate his legs like his corner's doing.
Yep.
He's probably going to be like, who are you? What are you doing in my bedroom? And then he's going to get the moment broken. You fought already.
Well, good to see that signs are there that he is back, and we'll realize shortly what happened. But, I mean, it continues for Torrez Finney. I didn't even get a chance to tell you what quick work he's made of all his opponents. So while we have a second, we'll take a look at the replay first, and then I'll tell you what he's done.
So he's waiting, he's waiting, he's waiting. He's waiting, waiting. He times it, grabs it, turns it into a big double, and bam, right on his back. You could even see that cage rattle right there. So much force, it floated him almost to mount.
Well, and that's become a signature move for him within a fight. One of his recent opponents said, "You're not slamming me." And, of course, it happened. So Antonio Holt, 11 seconds for Torrez Finney back in October of 2020. Tristan Scarborough, 50 seconds of the third round. That's the deepest, the second deepest that he has gone. That was in February. Kevin Menard, 5 seconds of the first round in May. These are all victories for Torrez Finney. Thailand Mattress took Torrez Finney the distance. That was a unanimous decision win. It was lopsided, but Mattress still survived and got to the finish line. That was in July. Finney had a bout with Colin Robinson canceled in October, his original opponent was Colin Robinson in this bout, and then Andre Johnson was a replacement for him. So Johnson taking the spot of Colin Robinson, but the result obviously goes Torrez Finney's way, the talented 23-year-old. And you're going to see, I don't know if you've seen a Torrez Finney post-fight interview. He will cut a wrestling promo on this crowd, on his future opponents, and that is your new Aries Fight Series, an inaugural Aries Fight Series middleweight champion, Torrez Finney, and he's got multiple belts that I'm sure he will be sporting here momentarily after we get the official announcement of our winner. A great show of respect from the camp of Andre Johnson.
By both gentlemen, good show of respect.
Yep. Johnson very well put together. So, I mean, just running up against a incredibly talented fighter in Torrez Finney, now the champ in our first pro bout. All right, let's make it official. Here's Jeff.
Ladies and gentlemen, your referee stops this bout at 1 minute and 5 seconds of the first round. Your winner,
There he is, sporting those belts, proud. He's got a light heavyweight bout, a championship. He's got a middleweight championship. Man, that is a talent. He got 23 years old.